Right. Well, I've made a bit of a mess with the tree, but that'll sort itself out. Right. I've got some pieces in place, which is fine. You can't climb over these, so you can't. These are not jumpable. They're not climbable. And I have a gate, with a 4-code lock, which I've set, obviously. And I'm really low on supplies. I'm down to my last hacksaw, which is badly damaged. I've got one splitting axe, which is damaged. And I have my hatchet, which is, I think, damaged. And I'm out of nails. I've only got 6 nails. I need 8 at least. I probably need 16, to be honest. So I'm a bit short on supplies. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to secure my base. See what I was saying about mushrooms? There's nobody down here but me. These are rotten. I've been here a while. So that is what it is. And I'm gonna have to go and get some more supplies, which means securing my base. Cura team, we're in a tree. We are in a tree. We are in a tree outside Livonia. I just went in Livonia. I've come over the other side of the river. We're heading north. There's whatever that is, industrial outside Bialawa. So we're gonna maybe head over that way. We're looking for tools and sharpening stones predominantly, and we'll head into Bialawa. Do the same. And I want to go up here to Branzow Castle because we've never been there. And I might come over to Lukau as well, depending on how much gear we've got, because we need a few things to finish off our base. And if we come over to Lukau, we'll head back down outside Gleniska, and we'll check on our freshie stash, and hopefully that should see us a little bit sorted, right? Oh, yeah, there's the old Zeds mucking about. So anyway, that's where we're going. Well, that's Bialawa, and this is the blue route heading north, which is where we're going. I just, seeing as I'm over here, I want to go up and have a look at the castle. But we're done. We're done. We got a bunch of saws. We got a couple of hacksaws and a plain wood saw. None of them in great condition, but that doesn't matter. We got a couple of hatchets, one of which is in pristine condition, which is fabulous. We got a complete box of nails, 2 of, in fact, I think. And we picked up some nails, about 40 nails that somebody had left next to a base, which was a foolish thing to do. And we're good to go. So yeah, so I have everything that I think we need to complete our base, and we can go back and we can start looking, kind of setting that up into what we want, and what we need to do in terms of shelters and moving shelters and doing various other bits and pieces. But for right now, seeing as I am up here, what we're going to do is we're just going to carry on up the blue route. We're just going to have a look at this castle. For no other purpose than just so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to plod on up here, and I'll catch you all. Oh well, overall that's a bit of a disappointment. I was expecting something a little bit bigger. Oh well, yeah, no, never mind. Never mind, never mind. I guess that's it. So, here we are, all done. And I tell you what, actually, it was a close call. It was an absolutely close call. It takes a bit more nails than I thought to do the palings. So it's 10 nails for the upper wall and the lower wall each. So that's 20 nails per panel. And I have 80. So I basically used up all 2 boxes and the ones that I found. If I hadn't have found those 40 nails, 2 boxes wouldn't have been enough. I would have needed 3 boxes of nails for 8 panels. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8 panels, 3 boxes of nails. The planks is still actually the same amount, so it's 4 on top, 4 on bottom. So that's 8, and that's just, you can see there's a tree falling down there because I've just gone out and cut down some trees around me to sort that out. So there you go. And like I said, it's not a bad fist of it for a first go. I don't know if, I mean, people can see through. I think you can probably shoot through that one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can shoot through that one. Maybe. Maybe. I wonder if do I have a 22? See if I can hit that tree. I can. So you can shoot through it. So we have to be mindful of that. This one's pretty good. I think by the side of the gate is good. That's obviously good. That might be a close run thing. That might be a close run thing. So it's not snipe proof. So need to be aware of that and need to consider that when we're building anything. And there you go. That's I knew that. But hey, there you are. Look, it's done. It took a while. It took a little while. As always with dayZ, finding the stuff is the probably the biggest bit. And look, I went through all that gear I told you about, so I'm down to one good hatchet, and one good hacksaw, but I didn't use the sharpening stone. So I'm hanging on to the sharpening stone in case I really, really do need it. But I basically used up all of the other stuff that I had to go out there and cut down the trees and make up the palings and things that I needed to finish the base. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's look. I guess that's one of the things about the base building on dayZ is it is quite an investment of time and effort for a solo player to put together a base, but a team of 3 people with sledgehammers can smash it down in no time at all. And some people have questioned, our base is too easy to raid given how hard it is to actually build the things. And should it be easier to build them, or should they be even harder to raid than they currently are? And we're going to see how hard bases are to raid when we start going out to raid some bases. So, Cura, and here we are. Oh my gosh, would you have a look at this for a little setup? So, I did manage to shoehorn in 3 shelters, like I said I wanted to. And I tried to use them to block up view lines, so where there was holes. So I know it doesn't work 100%, but so especially particularly this one. Never mind the fallen down tree; it'll disappear. This server's going to restart in about 15 minutes. Yeah, this is the layout. This is the layout. It honestly, it's perfect. It is exactly what I wanted it to look like. I have the oven. If you don't know how to do this, you build a fireplace, which is down here, and you'll see when you build a regular fireplace that it's got this thing at the top for bricks and it says upgrade. You have to rocks. Sorry, you have to go out and then mine some large stones, I used a pickaxe. There are other ways of doing it, and if you want to know, you can go and have a look at what those are. I've done a couple of videos on fires and fire upgrades and things. Um, and yeah, and it took a little bit of effort, but it's well worth it because it's permanent. You can add things like frying pans to the top of it, and it cuts out an awful lot of the light. And I particularly made it face this way, so when you're making it, whichever way you're facing is whichever way the opening of the oven faces. When you light a fire in there, there's very little smoke or a lot less smoke, and a lot less light. The light only shines in the direction towards wherever you are. So if I am cooking in here at night, and I do have to cook in here at night, it very much reduces the amount of light spillage that comes out of your fire. So, and it's permanent. So it will stay there in the same way because it's a construct, the same way as the base will and everything else. And when I get around to finding a flag and making a flag place, I might be able to make it in here. There might be enough space to make it in here. I don't think there's no, and that's right by the gate. It might get in the way when I come in, but we'll see. We'll see, because the flag obviously adds an extra layer of permanence to the whole setup, providing it doesn't get destroyed by someone, which I hope it doesn't, because it's quite nice. I like it. I do like it. The barbed wire. I need more barbed wire. Perhaps one of the simplest ways to get into a base like this is to build a watchtower on an open face, and then just walk in. You can just walk off the top of the watchtower and you walk in. And if you've got a hatchet, you can break down a wall and walk out again. And it really is the quickest way to do it. How you solve that is you put barbed wire on the top. And it makes it very, very difficult for people to get across the top. Also, where there's trees and things, you've seen there's clashes. You can't build a watchtower because there's clashes in the way. So yeah, there's a lot of open faces, so I need some barbed wire, which is fine. I need some barbed wire. Hey ho, I can't, and I've got 2 faces with camo, but I'd obviously like another 6 faces worth of camo, please. But I don't have that either. And if I get barbed wire, I would put barbed wire around all the bottoms as well, except for the gate, because, well, maybe the gate too, so that I could do that. And if I had some more time, I'd maybe put a watchtower on the side, and I'd maybe make an airlock, etc., etc. So anyway, there's lots of things we could be doing, but what we are doing is this. Anyway, so yeah, look, base. Oh, honestly, awesome. I mean, it took some time. It did take some time. I'm not going to lie. It did take a little bit of time. If you're not a base building person, you will not like it. It is not straightforward. And I would have to say the thing is, knowing what to pick up along the way is very helpful. Like a lot of things in dayZ, it's not as simple as mining for it, or going out and knowing for 100% certainty that you're going to find barbed wire, or you're going to find a pair of pliers, you're going to find that. But what you can do is, when you know that you are going to be building a base, is as you are running around doing all the other things that you're running around doing, you start picking up those things which will be base worthy for you. So you know you're going to need wire for a gate. You know you're going to need 4-dial combination locks. You know you're going to need nails and hatchets and hacksaws and saws and various other bits and pieces. So you start gathering those bits and pieces together, because that's half the battle. Actually, it's more than half the battle. The resources, the timber, that's a piece of cake. It's all around you. Just look around. It's everywhere. But all the other bits and pieces, that's all the tricky stuff. But once you've got that nailed, getting out and doing it it's not that hard. I don't know, altogether, maybe in terms of building the base and putting the bits and pieces together, 6 to 8 hours, I think, by myself. And that's because I didn't have all the gear that I wanted. If I could sit down with a scratch pad and paper and know oh, here's what I need and here's what I need, then I could, you know, yes, okay, maybe in future you could sit down and go, right, how many panels, and you need this much of this, and how long will a hatchet last, and how long will a saw last, and so on, if you can know that. But yeah, other than that, I think it's awesome. And like I said, the server's going to restart soon. So after the server restart, what we're going to do is we're going to do what we promised we were going to do. We're going to go and have a nosy at that other base. And I have... Well, Cura team, here we are on recon up at this base, which is interesting. It's quite interesting. I'm camped out in a tree here. They don't have oversight over this area. They do have a watchtower over there. They got another watchtower further around on the other side. The gate is on the far side, so pointed to the... Oh my, I don't have my compass. I don't have it. I think it's notionally going to be the south. So I think the gate is pointed south. And that's quite well fortified, steel reinforced gate, etc., etc. There's a few holes in the fence. I've been right up to the fence and right around it. I can see through. They got a car in there, not a Hummer or anything, just like a Gunther or something like that. They have no internal partitioning, so it's just one great big compound with lots and lots of tents in it. There's no attempt to secure the inside. And as I think I said before, you can see that there's an outer ring of fence going up. It's, again, quite heavy around the front, but they've got a lot of fencing to do to come around this side. So any one of these panels along this side here is just one panel deep, one skin deep. It's not very heavily defended at all. Obviously there's no booby traps or I'd be dead, so that's something. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. It's really, really quiet. Well, Cura team, some time has elapsed and I've done a little bit more snooping around and I've changed my loadout, so I've left everything that's non-essential behind, including my Tundra, because I like my Tundra, and if I die, I can always go to my base and pick it up again. I haven't seen any evidence of any further activity at this place. Dusk is falling, so I'm just going to check on the status of what's going on, and then we're going to see if we can get in, right? And yes, you're right, I could see about building a watchtower and going over the top, but I don't have enough gear to do it. So let's check it out. Not quite enough, eh? Let's see if that draws any attention. have I got left? 4. Maybe 2 more. Run. Oh! Oh! That is a gutter. What an absolute gutter. Oh, man. I was having problems with run there, which is, yeah, not good. So now I'm dead. So now I have to start again. Good job I left some of that stuff behind, right, in my base, right?
A few moments later.
Right, let's get ourselves sorted. Food. I would have been around about here, because there's the hole. So no body. No body, no gear. Right. Right, so here we are back at base. It's hosing it with rain. Right, well, what to do now? So, my body is gone. I assume that I didn't make it back in time. I'm pretty sure that they last a while, but obviously not long enough. I think it took me about 35 minutes or so to get back, and obviously it's gone. I don't believe... I mean, I guess someone might have come by and stripped me of my stuff and cut me up and I despawned. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. So anyway, I've got my Tundra. Thank heavens for that. I've got this field jacket. Thanks heavens for that. Although it's wet. Can I bring it out? And I've picked up a few odds and sods. What I currently don't have is a water bottle. But hey ho, there you go. So we need to re-kit and we need to regroup, and you know, that's not the end of the world. That is dayZ. I mean, the benefit is 35 minutes ago I was dead with nothing, and now I'm not dead. I'm back in the game, right? And that's because I have this little base, which is, you know, full of gear and a lifesaver. So, you know, and also because I knew I was doing something risky. And absolute rookie mistake. I mean, I was crouched and I should have been standing up. And yeah, the blast radius of nades is way bigger than you think. So, so that was that. Yeah. So, anyway, you know, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. What I want to do is I want to try and get some gear to be able to get into that base as soon as I can, because obviously now if they do come back, they're going to notice the fact that there's a whopping great big hole missing out of the side of their base. So we're going to travel as light as we can, and we're going to head out to Tzlisi and maybe down to Palana. I'm not super sure about Svarog. It's quite a journey. Yes, it is a military base. Yes, I stand a chance of finding nades. I might not have a choice. I don't really. The only other way that I've seen to get in is fire axes or sledgehammers, and but it takes a lot. Like it could take 2 or 3 full sledgehammers to even just get through what remains of that base, or an awful lot of ammunition. So it is just so much faster to get nades. So I think what I might be doing is I might be heading out. I must get some firewood for this at some point. I might be heading out to get some nades from Swarog and come back again and see what the situation is. So that's my plan. And unless anything strange, startling, or exciting happens, I will not be seeing you again until we have some nades and we're ready to give it another crack. So yeah, sit tight and we'll see how we get on. Ta-ta for now. Odd noise. Don't want to hang around here any longer. Jacket's looking in bad condition. Got a belt, I got a knife, I got a holster with a CR75. I got a better pair of pants. Got some bits and pieces. Let's get out of here. wolves. I thought I heard something funny. Can I get up on this? That's enough of that. Blimey, O'Reilly. Right. Let's take a few moments to cogitate and digest, and maybe have a bit of food. So yeah, I was in Zalisi, and I heard a shot, single shot, someone killing something. There was some. I spotted some pigs down there earlier. Anyway, I hung around for a bit. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I thought, well, okay, what I'll do is I'll head out to the Camp Pioneer, and that's exactly what I did. And while I was there, I heard a suppressed shot. So I spotted this guy, and that's when I turned you on, and you saw that I didn't quite manage to get him through the window of the cabin. And yeah, and I looped around, and he just got suckered by the fact that he thought I was somewhere else when I was actually in front of him. So anyway, he was reasonably-ish kitted, I guess. I don't want this because I don't rock with that. So yeah, he was reasonably kitted-ish, and yeah, sadly I couldn't get exactly what I wanted off him. I do believe. Okay, well I'm just leaving Polena, which is a regular little treasure trove. Every house spawns military gear. It's fantastic. Anyway, what I didn't get was more grenades. Well, I got one, but there you go. So anyway, I picked up a vest. In fact, I picked up two because, as we saw from the other one, you can carry grenades attached to the vest as well. Plus, I'm also collecting some spares should I die again, so that I don't have to spend too much more. I want a full second loadout at base in the event that I accidentally get killed again. Yeah, so I'm just going to head on down to Svarog. I'm honestly pretty loaded up, so I'm only going down to Svarog for nades. That's it. I'm going to they're probably going to spawn most frequently in like the barrack buildings things. So I'm going to try and get to Svarog, focus on the barrack buildings, do a sweep, and see what I can come up with, and head back, because I don't think we're going to get too much more. So look, we'll see what we get, and we'll make a decision after that. See you in a minute. Well, cure again. Here I am back at base as promised, and you can see my my lovely little stone oven at work. See, no smoke, no dramas. And I'm sitting here in the altogether, getting dry and getting warm. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff flying around me, which is all well and good. I certainly have got some inventory management to do. I managed to get some more barbed wire up around the edges. I can't get barbed wire on this panel for some strange reason. This one was tricky because when I attached the barbed wire, it almost disappeared into the ground, and it was a bit of a trick to get it to mount. And this one, it just disappeared. I think this shelter is in the way, which is a bit of a nuisance because I would have to theoretically take the shelter down and rebuild it, which I really don't want to have to do, and it probably means the same for that one, and probably these ones behind me as well, which is a bit of an annoyance, but there you go. Maybe I'll just put it on the bottom and see what happens. So what did I get? Well, there's two nades there. And there are 4 nades there. That is 6. That is all the nades that I had, and I don't have no more, and it's all the ones that I could find. And I swung by the base again on the way down here, and it's been totally repaired already. So it's, and that was about 4 hours ago. That I managed to blow myself up. So, and I've been playing pretty much continuously for the last 4 hours. So there's definitely people there. There's definitely people around. There's definitely stuff going on at that base. And 6 is not going to be enough. I think it must be like 10 grenades. So I need more. I just need more. And I don't know what that means in terms of where to go, because I'll have a look at the map. I don't really want to trips all the way down to Svarog again, to be 100% honest. So, I don't know what that is. Is that a military thing there? I don't know. I didn't... It doesn't... It could be military-esque. Where's the airfield? The airfield's over here, so it's under gas cloud. There's Gleniska. Sobotka. Is there any military around? Where would I find military, do you think? Nidek, Kopa, Olzenska. You see, I don't know. Lamborg, Razaka. That's the big mine outside Nadebor. So, you know, I know there's definitely one in Nadebor. There's no indicator. What are those? Those watchtowers, the circles with the triangles? I think they are. So if I can identify those, I think I've identified a military. What about, we're over here. What were we looking for? Over here. No, no military there. Yeah, the airfield has them. Sounds like Topolin's getting hit. Colin Brody. What's this? This is military. Here. This is outside Colin Brody. This is military here. Kurznik. That's Gnisk. Oh, Kopa. That looks like a military up there. That's the town. That's where I spawned in. Radechkich. Topolin. Sarnwak Salisi. Yep, there's the military outside Nadebor. Ah, now we get it. Now we get it. There's a possible watchtower there, but only one, which is quite odd. Miratin has a couple, but a church doesn't seem right. Lapina, maybe not. What are those things? There seem to be a few of them though. I think I'm right. I think Kopa might be our nearest bet up here. And yeah, I remember this, the military out here as well. I came down here one time. So I'd have to go from where I am around the outskirts of Topolin. I don't think there's any military at Topolin. Nope, does not look like it. So I'd have to go around Topolin and head cross country, maybe through Adamau and Radaj, Oldzanka, and head up to Kopa. to see if I can get some more. So it looks like it could be a bit of a journey. So it looks like it could be I need to do some inventory management here because I have a lot of junk. Oh, yeah, sorry, forgot to say. Hey, look, I picked up a ghillie cloak, which is still soaked apparently. Yeah, so I was minding my own business, heading down the road, trying to loosen my load. 7 women on my mind, when I noticed a down helicopter. I hadn't heard it go down, so I just went over to it, and hey presto, there was a ghillie cloak. No good bag though. You will see here that I do not have a good bag. I need to find a good bag. I can't be lugging around a bright orange mountain backpack. It's going to drive me insane. So I need to get a better bag from somewhere, and I have no idea where that somewhere might be. So yeah, I've got a ghillie cloak, which is great. I've got the ghillie wrap for my gun. You need a ghillie hood, I think, or ghillie shrug or ghillie shroud or whatever it's called, and ghillie pants to make the full ghillie suit. You know, and you can, if you make it with netting and burlap strips, you end up with the brown one, which is the color of my wrap on my rifle here. And if you get it, and you can only get the green ones from helicopters, I believe, you get a green. So that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. So yeah, I got some good stuff. So yeah, so I've got some good stuff, but I need to get onto some inventory management, and we need to get onto the next thing. So, whew, that's where we're going to leave it from there. Rookie mistake has set us back, changed things. I had some plans. I was thinking about it this morning about how I would do, what I would do, plans that I had for that little base that would that might have panned out or not panned out, and all because I forgot to stand up. I killed myself. So whenever you're doing nades, please remember to stand up. Because if you try and run away at a crouch, you're not going to get far enough away, and it's going to kill you. So there you go. So yeah, that's it. Blimey, it's been a hectic last few days, I can tell you. The last 12 hours of gameplay have been what dayZ is all about. The excitement of getting the base completed just exactly how I wanted it to be completed, and getting it up and running, and it's just fabulous. It is exactly what I pictured it would look like. Going off looking for new things over on the other side of the river and trying to get what we needed. Planning, scheming, scouting out, getting our stuff together to blow a base. Dying, but managing to get ourselves from where we spawned back to our base in like 35 minutes, ready to go, and tracking down and shooting players along the way to military for some more loot. Honestly, that's about as much excitement as you're ever going to get in dayZ in a single 12 hours. And yeah, man, don't want to put it down. Don't want to put it down. I gotta put it down. I gotta eat. I gotta walk the dog. I gotta do things. But yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Do drop me a like. Do subscribe. Do comment. It's all just fantastic. Ta-ta for now.